What's going on, guys? Healy here. 1 day away from opening day. Technically, opening day. I already know the Athletics are 0-2 and the Seattle Mariners are 2-0. But we're going to be predicting the 2019 season here in this video. I'm not going to do it by myself. I'm not going to give my own predictions. But I have three friends, I like to say, that are going to do predictions for the 2019 season. I'm going to simulate the season on RBI Baseball, MLB The Show, and then Out of the Park. RBI is going to give us the most unrealistic shot at the 2019 World Series winner. MLB The Show is okay. Maybe if I simulated a bunch, we would get it. But Out of the Park is the best baseball simulator out there. They should give us the best simulation out of all of the games. We're going to start off on RBI Baseball. Here we are going to use the roster update that they put out. We are going to select, the Red Sox. Actually, we're going to select the Orioles, because I don't know if I can have CPU make decisions. Trades unrestricted. Injuries are off. Season leg 162. So yeah, in the settings, I can't change anything. So that's why I picked the Orioles. There we go. We are going to simulate to the All-Star break and see what happens with the scheduling. We're going to take... Yeah, we're just going to take a look at the schedules. I don't want to make this too long. So the standings at the All-Star break, you have the Rays, top of the AL East. You have the Indians. Then you have the Athletics with the Astros 6.5 back. In the National League, you have the Cardinals, Phillies, and Rockies. Cubs are 39 and 52. All right, time to simulate to the end of the regular season. You're going to simulate to the last game just so I know that the stats are going to be... All right, so the standings at the end of the year, you have the Yankees winning the division with the Rays having a wild card spot. The Indians win the Central. The Astros win the West with the Athletics 1 game behind, getting a wild card spot. In the National League, you have the Phillies winning the East, the Mets getting a wild card. In the Central, you have the Cardinals winning it with the Reds getting a wild card spot. And then the Rockies win the NL West. I don't know if they do MVPs and stuff, so we're just going to have to eyeball it here. So Mike Trout's going to win the MVP in the AL. He has 58 home runs, 60 doubles, 129 RBIs, 310 average, 340 on base with a 1,000 OPS. And then the NL, you're going to have Bryce Harper has 57 home runs, 54 doubles, 304 average, 332 with a 998 OPS. All right. For the AL Cy Young, you're going to have Corey Kluber win it with the 3.64 ERA, 19 and 6. The NL, it's going to be Max Scherzer with a 16 and 8 record with a 3.50 ERA. So, interesting picks. We're going to simulate the playoffs here. We didn't qualify, so let's simulate the postseason, see what happens. The Astros win it in 6 games over the St. Louis Cardinals. The Yankees beat the A's 3-2. Astros win 3-1. In the NL, the Reds win the wild card. They lose 3-1 to the Phillies. St. Louis wins 3-2. And then in 7 games, St. Louis wins 4-3. They could not pull it out. Houston is the 2019 World Series champions. Moving over to the MLB The Show. We are going to start a new franchise using the current rosters. Because minor leagues won't really matter too much. We're going to pick the Orioles yet again just to keep this the same and to make sure that there's no influence. So just like in RBI Baseball, we are going to simulate to the All-Star break, check out the standings, and then we are going to go to the end, check out the MVP voting, Cy Young, all that jazz. The Orioles, though, They're doing okay. 10 and as long as they get like 60 wins, I think this will be a successful season for the Orioles. Check out the league. The Yankees are 57 and 33 with the Red Sox right behind them at 56 and 35. The Rays 41 and 51, Blue Jays 37 and 54, and the Orioles garbage. The White Sox are leading the AL Central with the Royals, Indians, Twins, and Tigers, all within 5 games. They're all below 500, just so you know. The AL West, Astros are 60 and 30, Athletics are 56 and 36, Rangers 43 wins, Angels 41 and 51. The wild card's currently the Red Sox and Athletics, with the Royals 12.5 back. Wild card not looking too close. In the NL East, you have the Nationals with the Braves, Phillies, and Mets all within 5.5 games. NL Central, you somehow have the Pirates up at top with the Cardinals 19 games back. That is not going to be realistic, but okay. Cubs 46 and 44. Brewers 49 and 42. And then NL West, you have the Dodgers, Rockies, 6.5 games in between. And then the wild card is pretty tight with a bunch of teams within 6 games. We are in September. And it does not look like the Orioles are going to win 60 games. They end up with a 56-game season. Taking a look at the standings, you have the Yankees winning the AL East with the Red Sox behind them. The Indians, 79 wins, win the AL Central. That is funny. Astros win 113. I don't know about that, but hey, they win the AL West. It's realistic. The A's win the wild card. No one was close in the wild card in the AL. Phillies win the NL East with the Braves, 6 games behind them. Nationals, Mets, and Marlins all pretty far behind. The Reds somehow win the NL Central with the Brewers behind them. In the wild card, the Cubs, 6 games out. They barely miss the playoffs with 85 wins. The Pirates, 85 wins. They miss as well. The Cardinals, I don't know what happened to them. I don't expect them to win 70 games, but Dodgers win the NL West with 102. They turn it up in the second half. Yeah, Cubs missed out 2 games. There's a bunch of teams that missed out by 2 to 3 games. Rockies, though, 85 wins. Not bad, but yeah, they did not come close. The awards. You have Mike Trout winning it in the AL. 340 average, 44 home runs, 113. I would love to see him have that type of season. Bryce Harper winning it in the NL with a 311, 45 home runs, 134 RBIs. Cy Young, Jacob deGrom goes back to back. And then Chris Sale wins it here in 2019 with a 17-7 record, 2.5 ERA. Pretty good. Atlanta wins the wild card game over the Milwaukee Brewers in the AL. You have Boston winning it, so it's Boston versus Houston in the American League. Atlanta takes game 1 over the Dodgers. The Yankees have defeated the Braves in the 2019 World Series. And I'm not going to lie, I think that was an insane comeback. New York was down 3-0 in the World Series, and they win 4 straight. Never has happened in the World Series before, a 3-0 comeback. The Yankees win against the odds and win the World Series. So, not bad. You have the Houston Astros winning it in RBI Baseball. The Yankees winning it in MLB The Show. Now it's time to move over to Out of the Park Baseball. All right, we are on Out of the Park Baseball now. The most realistic baseball simulator out there. We're only going to simulate once to see who they have winning. All right, we are on Out of the Park Baseball. Like I said, we are going to go to the All-Star break. All-Star game. Simulate until then. Cool thing about this is we'll be able to see the standings as it gets simulated. So we are at the All-Star break. We're going to take a look at the standings here. The Red Sox lead the AL East with the Yankees behind them 6.5 games. AL Central, you have the Indians at 54 wins, Astros at 54 with the Angels behind them 4 games. NL East, you have the Nationals 57, Braves 52, the Mets have 48, Phillies have 43. Central, you have the Cardinals, Brewers, Pirates, all within 5 games of each other. The Reds are 9.5 back, Cubs 13.5 back. NL West, Dodgers have 58 wins, Diamondbacks at 55, 2.5 back. The Rockies are 10.5 back. The wild card, you have the Diamondbacks lean it with the Braves, and then there's a 4-game window. The Yankees are up 6 games on the Angels, and then the Rays are back 5 on the Angels. All right, September, the last month of the year. Any crazy races happening? Sorry if my cursor was on anything. The wild card's a little intense. Not in the AL. All the standings look to be set, though. The Braves, they're making a final push. Just kidding. They are done. Somehow the Diamondbacks win 90 games and claim a wild card spot. But the AL East, the Red Sox win 102 with the Yankees 95. AL, you have the Indians winning 100 with the Astros winning 99. So Indians will have home field advantage over the Astros. In the NL, you have the Nationals win the division with 92 wins. The Mets miss out. Oh, they have to play a play-in game against the Braves to make the playoffs. 88 wins apiece. The NL Central, you have the Cardinals winning 96. The Brewers won 81. Everyone else finished below 500. The Cubs, nice comeback, but they were too far back to begin with. And then the NL West, you have 98 wins for the Dodgers. Diamondbacks won 90. And yeah, the Mets and Braves have to play a play-in game. The Braves end up taking that game, so the Mets miss the playoffs. All right, time to simulate to the end of the playoffs. See what happens. The Yankees win the wild card, same with the Braves. Braves take the series against the Dodgers, and the World Series, the Braves win it, this simulation. Interesting. The Braves win 4-2 over the Cleveland Indians. Indians do have one of the best rotations in baseball, so they could make it back to the World Series. The Braves, interesting for them. They've made the World Series in 2 simulations. And they actually win it in this one. We're going to end off this by showing the Cy Young winner and the MVP winner. So let's go. Jacob deGrom wins the Cy Young, 167 points over Noah Syndergaard. I know this is a little weird. So Jacob deGrom, 18-6. He led the league with 18 wins, 2.25 ERA, 244 innings. Striking out a league-leading 284 batters. And Carlos Carrasco wins it in the AL. Interesting. 14-8 with a 3.07 ERA. He led the league in that. He had a 205 innings. His whip was 1.05, which led the league. 240 strikeouts, 5.7 WAR, which led for pitchers.
Thanks for